What's up, everybody? Thought I'd do a little something different tonight, I should say, since we're in the middle of this whole thing. I thought I'd do some arcade memories. Kind of take a little trip back to when arcades were a thing, when video games kind of came out of the funk of the crash of the 80s and created the love that I know a lot of others have still to this day, that leads to shelves full of games, drawers full of games, a storage unit full of games, going out to garage sales and finding these and thrift stores and pawn shops and everything in between. I thought I'd do some arcade memories. I'm going to start. This is Ikari Warriors. Let me tell you a little story. I was 7, 8 years old. It was after my parents' divorce. I'm going to tell you a story about the West Park Mall in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. This place, like heaven. To me, to my 8-year-old wide eyes, there was no better place to go than on a Saturday afternoon, on a Friday night after school. Are you kidding me? The West Park Mall. We'll get to our Ikari Warriors and my story about that here in a minute. But this mall, the last time I was there, it's been about 12 years or so. Place is dead now. It might as well be on one of those dead mall channels. It's not like I remember it. I mean, is this a regular mall? But to me, it defined everything a mall should have been, and it had everything. There's a store called Venture. Venture was like a Walmart, Kmart type store. It was a department store. But Venture holds a very special place in my heart, because Venture was the very first time I saw one of these. They had an NES hooked up to a little 13-inch TV, maybe even a smaller, like 9-inch TV, in their electronics section, and they had Mario Brothers in there. Now, Mario Brothers versus Super Mario Brothers was in arcades, in the local gold mine, in the same mall. Took a quarter. And here it was, looked exactly the same. I know there's small differences between versus Super Mario Brothers and Super Mario Brothers on the NES. Looked the same to me. Played great, holding that controller. I didn't know anything about a video game crash. I still had an Atari 2600 hooked up. I was still going to KB Toys, another store in that same mall, and buy cheapo games that I didn't know at the time they were trying to clearance them out. I just thought that games got really cheap all of a sudden, and I could afford them with my $5 allowance. I could buy a game called Name That Game, which is a fun little octopus hunting game that I actually bought on eBay late last year, just because if I'm going to have some Atari 2600 games in the collection, I might as well have a game I remember buying with my very own allowance out of a clearance bin at the front of the store at KB Toys. Anyway, seeing Mario Brothers, and I remember they had this NES, not this NES, but an NES, hooked up there in the electronics section from like Christmas until the time my family moved us here to the Bozeman, Montana. They didn't take it down. And I remember when I was out of money, I had nothing left, but I had like an hour left before the parents were going to come pick us up. That's another thing. I always go to Venture and play some NES. That's another thing. Do parents do this today? I don't know. I don't have kids, but I've heard they don't. I remember back in those days, 8 years old, 9 years old, they would take us at like 1 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. They'd drop us by the back entrance. I don't know what it was. We never used the main entrance to the mall with the grand entrance and the pillars. No, we went out to the back because I guess parking was better. I don't know. But I didn't mind, because that back entrance, right when you entered the door and turned right, was the gold mine, the arcade. You might remember Gold Mine. Some people remember Tilt. They have Tilt in their hearts. Gold Mine. Oh, we're going to talk about Gold Mine in a second, because we're going to talk about Ikari Warriors. Stop dimming on me, Switch. Anyway, they take us there like early afternoon at like 1 o'clock. They pull up the car to the curb, let us out and say, we'll be back here at 5. And for the next 4 hours, my 8-year-old little ass, along with my stepbrother, who was also the same age as I am, he's 3 months older than me, we were all on our own in this majestic, beautiful mall. Oh, it was so great. So you had the gold mine right there. You went down this hallway. You turned just to the left, about 2 stores down. That's where the KB Toys. Almost all my G.I. Joes, almost all my Transformers came from that KB Toys. Right across the hall from the KB Toys. Oh, remember Disc Jockey? Oh, I could kill many of those afternoons by myself in the mall, just browsing around Disc Jockey. Oh, do they have the new Billy Idol cassette? Ooh, Madonna dropped Like a Virgin. Let's see if they have that. I bought the Janet Jackson Control. I bought Peter Gabriel So in that Disc Jockey. Of course, on the other side of the mall, this mall had 2 record stores. Camelot Music. Anybody remember Camelot Music? Oh, man. 2 record stores to browse. And me and my brother were just getting into, like, Kiss. Oh, man. Oh, it was so great. It was so great. I remember my brother, he bought a cassette that was Howard Jones. And he didn't really know who Howard Jones was. He just thought the cover looked cool. But apparently he had like a #1 hit at the time. I don't know how we afforded that on a $5 allowance, but he picked it up. My stepsister, who was like 14 or 15 at the time, like, you bought Howard Jones? Oh my God. We listened to that like, oh, he sings that song, which I think is called No One Is to Blame. I'm not going to sing it. I want to sing it, but I'm not going to. What else? Oh, this mall. In the center of the mall was this huge fountain, like water fountain, like feature. And what happened, like the mall cratered into like 3 or 4 different sections. Like you walk down, and at the bottom was a fountain. Of course, there was a nice concrete ledge, so you could sit there and like run circles on the ledge. If you tripped, you're falling in the water. Nobody cared. No security was around. And people would sit in that ledge. They'd get a snack or something to eat. Of course, the kids would be running. It was great. So, you know, when you're down there at the bottom, this water's shooting up 3 stories. I don't know. It was, to a kid like me, it's like an amusement park. This was great. In that center area, Burger Chef. Remember Burger Chef? They had a Burger Chef. And what was great about this Burger Chef is there was a balcony. They had a 2nd floor little balcony that overlooked the mall. So you can buy a burger, some fries, and get up there. And if they allowed you, sometimes they closed it off because they didn't want to clean it. But if they allowed you up there, you get a table up there and kind of people watch. You know, check out the girls. And yeah, when I was 8 years old, I was looking, you know, hey. But that was so great. Across from the Burger Chef, I dream. Yes, I am a fat man. So I will admit, I dream. Cookie Corner. Cookie Corner. I've maintained to this day the best damn chocolate chip cookie I've ever eaten. So good. Beats all these like other gourmet, like hoity-toity. Oh, I opened a little boutique bakery with my recipe. No, your cookie doesn't come close to West Park Mall Cookie Corner circa 1986, 1987. Just done. It's done. Your cookie done. It was big, but it was soft, moist. They were like cheap. Even like by 80s standards, they were cheap. Oh, I wish I had a mall with a Cookie Corner in it. Yes, I love. What else was in this mall? I was sitting there like reminiscing earlier before thinking about shooting this video. What else? The movie theater, the mall. Oh, I remember what a big deal it was when the mall opened the movie theater. Wasn't anything like special or especially by today's standards. There wasn't stadium seating. There wasn't Dolby sound. It wasn't a massive, huge, big screen. It was just the mall multiplex. But it was so awesome when your parents left you and gave you enough money to go check out the movie. Ghostbusters. I saw it in that mall movie theater. Top Gun. Clue. Oh, Clue. Oh, and my sister, I know, has memories. I remember she told me a story. It was either the sequel to Nightmare on Elm Street, I think, part 2, when that came out. The entire high school on opening night, Friday night, descended on the mall to see Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. People were sitting in the aisles. They would pack. They weren't sitting there, well, we sold it out, we're out. No, they packed them in. Stand on the corners against the wall. Sit in the aisles. Sit on people's laps. Insane. Insane. It's awesome. It's awesome. What else was in there? Radio Shack. Radio Shack. Yeah, I know Radio Shack still exists, but it's kind of a shadow of itself. I remember, of course, as always, when I was out of money, going to Radio Shack, going straight through the store, poof, right to the back. They had a little game section, not NES game section. They had, I don't even know what it was. It's probably a Tandy. It's probably their own brand, but they had it hooked up to play. I remember playing a baseball game. They let you sit there. They didn't care. Oh, the kids are here. Dink. We weren't going to buy. We weren't there to purchase. But sometimes our parents would find us there. Hey, it's time to go. It's the 8th inning. Hold on. Dink. What else was in Hickory Farms? Anybody remember Hickory Farms? Had the red and white plaid little awning thing. Anybody remember Hickory Farms? They always had samples. So you get there, a little salami, some little spicy mustard cheese. Well, I got my snack. On to do other stuff. Walden Books. Oh, the bookstore. You people with your Barnes and Nobles. Oh. I absolutely have to have a Starbucks in my bookstore. No. Walden Books. Just here's our store, we're packing it with books. So I check the magazines, right? Every now and then I'd buy a novelization to a movie I really liked. I remember buying the Ferris Bueller's Day Off book because I love the movie so much. But then we found the sexual health section, and they'd have the joy of sex. Does any kid my age remember the joy of sex? And because the magazines were at the front of the store, the Playboys and stuff were up top, and you couldn't get a hold of them. But you go back there and you see the joy of sex just sitting there. There weren't any pictures, there were illustrations. You're peeking around. Ooh. And then an employee pop up. And you you think we're back there in the kids section? Nope. Nope, not at all. Oh my gosh. And of course, along that same line, Spencer's came along. Spencer's, along with probably JCPenney's, probably the only stores remaining that were there when I was a kid that are still at that mall. Spencer's might as well be, for an 8-9-year-old boy, X-rated. I don't know if it still is. I haven't stepped foot in a Spencer's in years. But back then, you'd find a poster the bikini girls. The bikini's basically a string, or her booty's showing up. Good for a little 8-9-year-old kid. It was great. Anyway, mall memories. Let's go to the gold mine. Oh, the gold mine. At least this one. Such fond memories of this gold mine. It was dark. That's the thing I liked about the gold mine over Tilt. Tilt was bright and space and futuristic. Gold mine looked like grunge. Gold mine was dark. They made it a mine. It was dirty. It was almost underground. This is where all these video games the adults don't like are. Your parents don't want you to be in here. Gold mine. Dragon's Lair. Oh, when Dragon's Lair hit. Just... we didn't care. It controls like crap. It's not even really a game. You're basically playing, play or stop or forward or pause on a laser disc. We didn't know. Gauntlet. Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Paperboy. Could go on. I probably will, depending on how many of these videos I do. Ikari Warriors. I want to bring up Ikari Warriors because, once again, to 8-9-year-old kid in the mid-'80s, this game, you got to realize what we were. I mean, we were playing G.I. Joe. We were watching G.I. Joe cartoons. Rambo First Blood Part 2. Now, the First Blood was like an actual, R-rated adult movie with a political message of how we treat our Vietnam veterans and the PTSD effects that it has on these people who came back from that war zone. Rambo First Blood Part 2, they paid a little lip service to all that, but really it was, we're gonna kill these commies. Look at this. You see the red guy? That might as well be Rambo. Muscled up, and then of course it fades up. Muscled up, shirtless, got the red bandana, even though I don't know why his bandana looks like it has belt buckles on his head. I don't know why. But that was Rambo. That might as well have been Rambo. Going in there, just guns blazing, killing all the, they're bad guy communists from some unnamed, unknown Asian country of some distinction. Commando. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Gonna go save his daughter, Alyssa Milano. If anything spoke to a straight, red-blooded, young American boy, it was going in, guns and rocket launchers blazing, to save Alyssa Milano back in the 80s. We all watched Who's the Boss. We all thought we had a chance. Just Red Dawn, the original. I didn't even watch that remake that came out a few years ago. Patrick Swayze. Just thinking the premise, Russia and China and Cuba band together to attack the U.S. and they land at a high school in middle of nowhere Colorado and start killing the kids. I don't know why the high school was a high value target, but it spoke to us. We're going to go to the gun store, we're going to get as many guns, we're going to get some camping supplies, we're going to go out in the sticks, because we did that in Southeast Missouri. Every now and then, grabbed a tent and camped somewhere. It's where we found a few nudie magazines hiding in the woods. And we're going to kill the commies. So Ikari Warriors was of course there are other games, Contra, Commando. But I want to bring up Ikari Warriors because it brings up one very specific memory that sticks to me. You ever have those memories that they happened long ago and the people involved probably forgot? They probably don't think about it at all. Well, Ikari Warriors I made a little child scared and cry to his mommy because of Ikari Warriors. Here's the story. I'm in the gold mine. I don't know how many quarters I have left. I don't know. I kind of prided myself. The gold mine was like home. You know, as many memories, as many times I was in that particular gold mine in West Park Mall, Cape Girardeau, Missouri, I don't remember one time seeing somebody who worked there. You gotta remember arcades back then, they didn't have these ticket machines. There wasn't any skee ball. If we wanted skee ball, we went to Showbiz Pizza. And maybe we'll do some arcade memories one day about Showbiz Pizza. But there weren't any skee ball, there weren't any ticket machines, there weren't any prizes. It was arcade machines. If anything was different in there, there was maybe like 5 or 6 pinball machines in the back. I remember one called Hercules. Hercules was like this wide. At least it was to me as a kid. You had to hold, and the buttons were giant fists. You had to kind of buttons, and the pinball was like a polo ball, or what's the bocce ball? The thing you do in the backyard. It was that size ball, and you had to get that. I remember I have never seen it since. Never even heard anybody speak of it since. I only remember it that one time at the gold mine. Anyway, back to the story how I made the kid cry. So I'm watching, and that's another thing, watching people play. It wasn't just, popping quarters in yourself and playing. It was, oh man, this dude's about to, he's, kind of making a run on Gauntlet. Let me watch. He's making a run on Space Ace. Let me watch. He's really tackling Paperboy. Let me watch. Kind of prided myself. I was pretty good. I prided myself in standing with the big boys and knowing what I was doing. I'd see a group of high schoolers playing a game, and I'd kind of put my quarter in and like, all right, kid. Then I'd hang with them or kick their ass or whatever it was, and I played a lot of fucking video games. What can I say? So I'm sitting there watching something. I kind of look in the corner of my eye. I see like this little kid playing Ikari Warriors. And when I say playing, he could not see the game. He put his quarter in, and he's literally standing, and he's holding both joysticks, which if you know Ikari Warriors, you know this is not a dual-stick shooter. This is not a dual-stick control game. It's two-player. There are 2 sticks up there, but it's 2 buttons and the rotational joystick. Anybody remember the rotational? That's how you got him to turn around and shoot. If you wanted to shoot him back to the left, you had to turn the dial back into the left. If you want to shoot straight again, you had to turn the dial straight. It's a really great game, I thought. But anyway, he's looking like at the coin slot. This kid's like 4, maybe 4. He was not tall enough. He wasn't on a little booster thing. So my idea was, I'm going to go help the kid. I wanted him to enjoy the awesomeness that was Ikari Warriors. I wanted him to enjoy killing commies in a tank. Who don't want to kill commies in a tank? I know I want to kill commies in a tank. So I go over there. I don't know what, I'm 3rd grade. It's like, hey kid, let me help you. Let me help you. So you're supposed to press the buttons. You got to shoot them. You got to do this. And I was like, here, let me help you. I was going to kind of help, like, boost him up. Well, this kid's mom had him trained on stranger danger. Now, if she was that concerned about stranger danger, I don't know what the hell she's doing having her 4-year-old by himself in Goldmine. All right? I knew about stranger danger. Didn't stop anybody who was in, like, custody of me to say, oh, go hang out at the mall by yourself for 6 hours. I'll see you later. Didn't stop nobody. No, so I was trying to... He ran away screaming. He ran away screaming. So I'm like, oh, well, he left his game. And I started playing this game. I hung out after I died. I hung out like 15 minutes later. I feel like a tug at my shoulder. I turn around, I see the boy. He's like... And this mom is in my face, finger... You stole my kid's... I'm like, no, I was trying to help him. He wasn't playing. You took his money. I'm like, no, I didn't. I don't know, like if my mom was around seeing this, and she's probably the first time she's heard this story, if she watches this video, she's going to be mad. She may go to cathedral, Missouri and look for a bitch. Because she wouldn't have tolerated this shit. She knew me. I wasn't trying to steal nothing from the kid. I was trying to help the kid. I was trying to show him how to play the game. I wanted him to learn. But man, mom was just in my face, like finger, like right here. Like, you stole my game. And I'm like, no, I didn't. But I still feel guilty as hell. I don't know what the hell happened to that kid. He's only 4 years younger than me. He's entering his 40s pretty soon. Hopefully I didn't traumatize him. Hopefully he's not like in therapy. Oh, man, the guy is bully. He took my money. Hopefully he isn't. But if you're out there, kid, if this memory is jogging something in the old brain there, go tell your mama, first of all, fuck you, mom. And then know I was trying to help you enjoy this beauty that is Ikari warriors. I wanted you to kill the commies, not die on the first kami. Dying on the first kami is worse than dying on the first Goomba. You don't die on the first kami. Peace. Let's play a little Ikari Warriors. Alright, we got Ikari Warriors. How I'm playing it is the SNK 40th Anniversary Collection on Switch. I think this is the only thing close to arcade that we can get. The NES version is widely considered to be crap, and I kind of agree. This thing is not perfect either because I'm playing with the Switch Pro controller, but it requires you rotate with the right analog stick and the left analog stick you move. Obviously, there's no turning or anything. This game definitely works best with the joystick in the arcade because you can rotate it and shoot in 8 different directions, whereas the control scheme on this kind of makes it into like a dual stick shooter. So yeah, let's play some Ikari Warriors. Arcade, not console. New game. You've seen the screen. Let's start it. Alright, you're landing where the commies are at. Now, listen to this opening music. Listen to it. Oh, yeah. Kill the commies. Listen to that. That's like iconic. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I got that guy. What horrible hit detection. There we go. Bomb these guys. Oh, you all suck. Go forward again. Oh my god, shoot forward. It doesn't really, I don't think, control all that great. Let me watch this. Oh, ooh, almost got that one. Let's go ahead and... The tank is where it's at on this thing. But you gotta get gas. And get the red guys. Forward! Shoot them! Oh my god, shoot forward, please. Oh crap. Oh crap. Ah, got me. Oh, rocket launcher, that sucks. Oh, I walked right into that. Oh, I loved this game as a kid. I'm telling you. Now's the time to start spamming grenades, because I've got the explosive. Watch. Boom! This took a bunch of people out. I'm going to take all of them out. Oh, fuck. Right on all sides. Get forward, please. Ah, see, I walked right into it. Oh, forward! Dang, the switch is not good on this. Oh, God dang it. Oh, I don't need gas. Oh, crap. Oh my God. Oh, I thought I got that guy. Oh. Anyway. That's Ikari Warriors. I didn't get very far. I do not like how the Switch handles this because even for dual stick controls, it's not tight. It's not good. You know, I tried to move it around, like, you know, circle it around. It just doesn't move. You got to actually, like, hit it. I want to go right. I want to go left. I want to go up. I want to go down. I want to go this diagonals. I don't know. So, and I'm sorry, it's like I shoot my, you know, point my camera at the screen. I'm not going to buy a capture card to do random 10 minutes of gameplay every now and then on the channel. So, oh, continue, press fire. Oh. Commies! Let's go walk right in and Rambo it. But you can't, because these enemies don't miss. It is a quarter muncher. Oh my God, how did I not get that guy? Let's go forward. Oh, I'm dead. And of course, my grenade didn't... Just shoot him. Fuck. Oh, finally. Finally. Oh, there's a tank. Oh, that was not smart. Woo. Oh boy. I need that. Goodness gracious, the detection sucks. Oh, fudge. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to cross here. Oh, now I got missiles coming my... Oh, crap. Get out of there. Oh. It's a quarter muncher. Alright, Ikari Warriors, man. I put a lot of quarters in this and that gold mine back in the day. And I scarred a little preschooler. That's like me. But his mom thinks about it all the time. Remember that I told that bully off in the arcade who was trying to steal your money? And then I took you for a cookie to make you feel better. Well, guess what? I went for a cookie, too, to feel better, too. Alright. Let me know if you guys like these, because I got a lot of old arcade games I can bring up and just have fond memories of. I actually have one more I definitely want to do. But I could definitely go... And I've luckily got the arcade version of a lot of games. I don't have to dig up the old NES or, you know, Sega Genesis versions. I can get arcade perfect or close to arcade perfect on a lot of those games that I have fond memories of. So hope you enjoyed watching. Thumbs up if you liked it, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.